Hi all, my name is Priyank Paliwal and today I'm going to talk about Leap Motion, a gesture controller. To give you an overview, with Leap Motion you can interact with digital content, virtual and augmented reality on both Mac as well as on PC using your hands, just as you use your hands in real-time scenarios. To get a better idea, have a look at the left-hand side image where a hardware is attached to the PC through USB port and we move our hands over the hardware and that is captured as a input and goes into the computer where is a application which reads this input and based on that input it takes some action. On the right hand side, as you can see that we are interacting with geometrical figures by making some gestures. The Leap Motion Controller has the potential to add intuitive 3D and gestural control to any of the myriad visual tasks that we do on our desktop and laptop computers. So this task can be anything like scrolling up, scrolling down, opening an app, or interacting with the existing app. So how does it works? So solution is an unique combination of software and hardware which track hand movements and finger movements with very low latency and convert this into a 3D input. The heart of the device consists of two cameras and three infrared LEDs. These track infrared light with a wavelength of 850 nanometers, which is outside the visible light spectrum, so we cannot see that with our bare eyes. So the interaction area is 2 feet on all directions. Sensor data is sent to Leap Motion tracking software installed on machine, which after running it over various algorithms, put it into a object-oriented API structure. This API structure is consumed by the application and which reads input data from this API structure, and based on that data the application do something. To give you an existing example of the application, there is a molecules application where we can traverse the molecular structure which we imported using PDB or SDF or any XYZ format, and we can zoom into, we can zoom out, we can go into a particular module and then have a look at its descriptions. We can do a lot. And another example is Corel Painter Freestyle, where we can choose brush type, color, and then paint by gesture control. And another example is Exoplanet, where we can traverse Milky Way galaxy in virtual mode. This hardware can be used in gaming industry as well. With the invent of Microsoft Kinect, there was a big leap in gaming industry. So to give you an example where this hardware can be used, there is an application called Block 54 where we can design our own blocks and pick those blocks, throw those blocks, and do a lot more. This is just an example. These are some other examples where on the left hand side we are controlling lantern and a horse with our gesture control, and on the right hand side we are casting a spell based on our gesture movements. So if we are using our one hand only, then there would be a different spell than when we are using both our hands. So usability issues. So this hardware have some usability issues, that there is no doubt about that. In reality, the Leap Motion actually uses complex algorithm to generate a best guess as to the position and orientation of the operator's hands. When you turn your hand sideways in vertical direction to the hardware, it instantly loses track. So all gestures must be with palm flat orientation or in the direction or in the parallel direction of the hardware. Additionally, when you close your hands into a fist, it panics while trying to discern if it is seeing a fist or a single pointing finger. So these are few accuracy issues with this. And as the hardware is evolving over the time, these issues would go away, but currently these are obstacle in its survival. Also, you have to keep your hand into the air so user might not be able to use it for a long time. Yeah, obviously. So if you're using this device for a gaming controller, so you would not like to hold your hands for 10, 11 hours to play the game. Also, range of the device is 2 feet only, so you have to be in proximity of the device to use it. Yeah, so we use these kind of devices to ease our process. So we would not like to sit around a device to use it. We would like to be at some particular uh, distance, and then from there we want to use it. And also specialized apps are required to run on the device. So currently this device just come into market and cost only $40, but the current investor would not invest in the apps because there are no guaranteed feature of this device currently. But as this device would become more accurate and more reliable, then there would be a lot of apps. But that is not to say there are no apps. There are around hundreds of apps future. Nevertheless, there are some issues with the usability of this device, but Leap Motion is working continuously to make the product better and more accurate. To give you an example, they just released beta version of Orion. So Orion is a virtual reality device that they put into the market. This is also accurate and can be wear over your eyes to give you real-time feeling. As you can see on the left-hand side image, person is wearing a gadget on his eyes and then making a gesture. And on the right-hand side, there is a example of one of the application where user is choosing a color or hovercraft by moving his right hand. So this is kind of cool. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked it.